And welcome to your second unit. This unit we will be looking at discovering environments. Learning outcomes for this video. LO1 is to be able to define the key dance term dynamics. LO2 to be able to provide examples of different dynamics in relation to a given stimulus. Your extra challenge is to use transitions, levels and pathways in your descriptions. And our literacy focus is to use subject-specific vocabulary. We're going to look at what you'll be able to achieve by the end of this unit. So we're looking kind of at the bigger picture. So number one, perform choreography using a variety of dynamics. Don't worry if you don't know what dynamics are yet, that's absolutely fine. That's what you will be learning this video. Number two, you'll be able to create a dance using a stimulus. That's a new key dance word that we've not explored before. And number three is to use inspiration from the environment to create an assessment phrase. Recap of the basic dance actions. Let's quickly recap these basic dance actions. I'm sure you're all pros at these. So first one, jump, turn, travel, transference of weight, floor work, stillness, gestures, and use of different body parts. If you were not sure on any of these basic dance actions, could you please make sure these are written down in your booklets? Here you will find the key words for this unit and definitions. This will be given out to you as well, but I want you to pause this video, take a moment to read through all the key words and all the definitions, and I want you to pick 3 of these definitions, okay, and write out the key word and the definition in your booklet. So only 3. If you would like to do more, that's absolutely fine, but the minimum is 3. So now we're going to look at a really broad view. Okay, how will this link to your wider learning? Last unit, we learnt the 8 basic dance actions, and we also explored this through 6th musical. What we're going to learn now are the 4 elements, dynamics, and how to choreograph using a stimulus. In the future, you're going to be looking at court dancing, one of my personal favourites. How will this link to your wider learning? This will deepen your learning because you're going to be really analysing key terms from dance GCSE, including actions and dynamics, and you're going to work on your choreographic skills, such as using a stimulus. This will broaden your learning because you're going to learn about a range of environments and elements which links to geography. So, my first question to you is, what is a dynamic? I want you to pause this video, write down a definition for what you think a dynamic is. Remember, actions and dynamics are best friends. You cannot perform an action without a dynamic. Pause the video, write down the definition. Okay, now using your red pens, I'd like you to please write down, either tick yes or write down this definition. Dynamics are the qualities of movement based upon variations in speed, strength, and flow. So using your knowledge of what dynamics are now, i.e. the speed or flow of something, we're going to use these images here, okay, to help us understand exactly what a dynamic is. So looking at these images, I want you to think, what words could you use to describe these images? Okay, and I want you to write these down in your booklets. So what words could you use to describe these images? Pause the video now. Okay, so using your red pens, these are not necessarily the only dynamics that we could use, but these are the ones that I've come up with. So first one is fast. They're winning a race, they are running fast. A snail moves slow. A teddy bear is soft. A gobstopper is hard. This is caramel, and caramel is quite smooth. And these mountains here are jagged. So these are just some examples of a dynamic, okay? And every action can be performed using one of these dynamics. Okay, so now that you are confident with what a dynamic is, we're now going to move on to the environment section of this video. So first of all, what do you mean by the term environment? Pause this video, write down a definition. Using your red pen, this is the correct definition. The surroundings or conditions in which a person, animal, or plant lives. So, for example, you've got the ocean, rivers, trees, mountains, hills, rainforests, and the desert. Okay, a stimulus. What is a stimulus? Now pause this image, use this image below to help you uncover what do you think a stimulus is. Have a guess, okay, and write down for me in your booklets. Okay, using your red pens, please correct your answer. So a stimulus is an inspiration for the idea or movement. So another way to describe this is the starting point. So that's why we've got the image of a book saying chapter 1, because that is the beginning. So a stimulus is the beginning idea. So the 4 elements. Again, pause this video. What are the 4 different elements? Use this image to help you. Using your red pen, please make sure you've got these correct answers. Little ticks if you did. Air, fire, earth and water. So these are the 4 elements. Now, we're going to use our stimulus of the elements to discuss the element with an action and a dynamic. Okay, so each slide now is going to look like this. So this one is air. I want you to note down any actions that you could do with air. You're then going to note down any dynamics that you could do with the stimulus of air. So let's do this one together. Write this down, please. Air, the actions that I've suggested is roll, turn and gesture with the dynamics of smooth, slow, soft, sustained or light. Okay, so make sure you've got this written down. You're now going to do the next 3 on your own first and then you can watch the video. Okay. Welcome back. So we're going to start with fire. I wonder what actions you got for fire. I got jump, travel and transference of weight because a fire sort of moves all around the way. The dynamics, I said fast, jagged, abrupt and acceleration. Okay, so it's quite fast moving a fire. They don't burn slowly, it burns kind of rapid. Next was earth. So for earth actions, I got use of different body parts, because obviously there's so many elements of the earth. Stillness, because the ground visibly looks quite still, and a lot of floor work. Dynamics, I said slow, sustained, and strong. Finally, water. I said travel, gesture, turn, and use of different body parts. Okay, I said these ones because water sort of travels through so much space. Dynamics, I said fast, flowing and light. I wonder what you got, so please make sure you've got something written down for every single one of the elements. Okay, so key definitions for the unit. I know I showed you a clip at the front of this PowerPoint that said all the different definitions, okay, throughout the whole unit. These are some really VIP, so very important definitions for this unit. Okay, so note down the word and their definitions into your booklets. You must have all of these written down. And your challenge is, how could you incorporate these dance terms into an element choreography? The first one is transitions. So a transition is a movement that links one action together to another. Okay, and they are important in dance because they can improve your dancing overall. So this can make the dance look better. So a transition can include a roll or a jump. Next one is levels. So this is the distance from the ground, low, medium and high. Pathways. So this is the designs traced in space, on the floor or in the air. So that are the key definitions. We're now going to look at your assessment criteria and then you have finished your second Flip Learning video, Year 7. Well done. So first of all, the assessment criteria, choreography. So choreography needs to use pathways, levels, transitions and repetition. So that's why I've got you to write down those 3 definitions. Your performance, we want you to perform with a range of dynamics, okay, and we want you to be spatially aware, so being aware of the space around you so you're not going to end up hitting anyone or anything. Appreciation, providing peer feedback that uses the subject specific terminology. Okay, so that's using our what, where and why structure and even better ifs. So well done Year 7. I hope you enjoy this unit and I will see you in your next dance lesson.